this is Mike. Welcome to another episode of Life Changers. Takes one day at a time, so hang in there. So last time we were talking about love. So now that we mastered love, it's not that easy, but now that it's there in your reality now and in your perspective, that you're going to try to work on it more and more. And I'm continuing to work on it. Once you get rid of all the negativity, all the hate, and just love, your world, man, is going to be amazing. Or as I tell people, it's going to be puppies and rainbows. I like puppies and rainbows. It's good energy. Today, we're going to talk about living in the moment. Nobody, even me, nobody truly lives in the moment. And if you do, hey, let me know in the comments. Be like, I do. Shut up, Mike. But this is for everybody else that's not as amazing as you. And maybe you can help us. But we're all trying. Living in the now. Enjoy now. My wife tells me all the time when I'm like, oh, just complaining, I'm getting into just got a rant, right? And she's like, hey, you're bringing negativity into your reality. And I'm like, I know, but it's so easy just to have negative and just blow up than it is to actually love. But once you start practicing it, it becomes easier to love. And then you don't blow yourself up and get all worked up for nothing. It's a waste of energy. So live in the now. Who cares about yesterday? Who cares about what happened 20 years ago? If you think the best times of your life happened in the past, then you'll never have good times in the future or now. You're always going to be like, oh yeah, hey, that's cool. I witnessed a meteor shower, like it was amazing, once in a lifetime, but it wasn't as cool as when I did this back in gym class 30 years ago. Or remember that time I did this and it was crazy. So, hey, that's called living in the past. We all live in the past. We all remember the past, worry about the past, and we all want the future to be whatever we want it to be, but we keep on focusing too much on the past that our future will never be what we want it to be. I used to be like that. I have siblings like that. My brother, right? Every time I go hang out with him, I love him to death. But it's as if I'm 16 years old again, like 20 plus years ago. We're hanging out, and I feel like that old me, 16-year-old me, 17-year-old me would best fit hanging out with him then. So I kind of like dumb myself down to where I used to be like, this is awesome, man. Let's go play video games. Let's go do this. Let's go, woo! Right? And every time I try to bring him into the now and let him know my experiences, what I'm doing, it always just kind of ends back into the old kind of feelings, right? Because those were the good days for my brother. And I love him to death. Don't get me wrong, but I can't live in the past. I want to live now. And, you know, sometimes when I'm ranting to my wife about, oh, it's so hard in business and life. Oh, how come I'm working so hard? How come I don't have everything I want? I know exactly what to do, but I don't. And then she's like, hey, look, go to yourself 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 10 years ago, and be like, hey, this is what we're doing today. You know what your old self will tell you? We've done it. I have achieved glory. I am a god. Right? But no. Me now is like, oh, it's not good enough. But what I've done is amazing. And it is good enough. And I'm growing it. I gotta stop rewinding time. Because the times I get back and feeling back of my old self and just, and start ranting, I rewind my progression. It's kind of hard when I feel and I know and I see everything I need to do. We all do this. We all do this. I could tell you guys, this is how you're going to be successful. Do it step by step, and we're all going to do this, and it's going to be great. And then where it's like, it's not working as fast as I want, or this and that. But we just got to be happy and love everything we're doing now and just go with the flow. The next thing that you got to do when you're living in the now is go with the flow and just trust yourself, trust the universe, trust your destiny that when you're putting out love and you're putting out abundance, you're putting out like, I already have everything I want. I just love everything and everything's just going to come your way. And people will be like, whatever happened to Tom? You used to be the guy who's always like, hey, how's it going today? And you're like, it's a beautiful day. It's sunny outside. He'd be like, no, it's raining. It's going to rain later. It's going to be pouring. Thunderstorm. Your car is going to just get flooded away. And then one day you see Tom and he's just like, you're like, hey, Tom, how's it going? Oh, it's going good. You're like, yeah, it's a beautiful day today. And he's like, oh, man, I just love this world. Today was an amazing day. I saw a deer cross the road. That's why I'm late today, boss. But at least I put out love and happiness in this world. See, now he can't get mad at you for being late. But you got to change. And sometimes it's hard. I've had a friend, okay, one of my best friends, really negative. I was like, hey, this is what I'm going to do. And when I came up with the business that I mentioned to you guys earlier in the episodes about how I seen it, it was given to me. I saw it. Call it a revelation, call it my higher self. Just, I seen it. I know what I had to do. I know what it was going to be called. I know everything. And then I just started just trusting and going with it. And I was telling my buddy, and I was like, I'm going to pay you to do this and that. And you're going to be my web guy. You're going to build the websites. You're going to be in control of this. And then I'm going to be focusing on this. And he's like, hey, that's cool. I could put something together real quick for you. And then I was like, cool, let's slap that together. And then we slapped together. Now it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger to where he's been on my payroll for the last almost 3 years. It's getting bigger and bigger. And at first he was like, hey, no. Let's not do it that way. Let's do it the way you said originally from day one. And I'm like, no. This is what I thought's going to happen, but this is what the universe is telling me to do now, and this is what I'm going to do. And he's like, just don't put all your eggs in one basket. And he's negative. Well, and I'm like, hey, what's taking so long on this? Well, hey, I got to make sure this doesn't happen. I'm like, don't be negative. Just do what I say and be positive. But you can't just tell somebody to flip that switch. They need to experience it and feel it for themselves, like we are. Hence why we're all here. We're gathered together. We're all listening to Life Changers. And, I know right now it's just me talking in the studio with my buddy. And we're recording this. And I don't even have nothing posted right now. Nothing. But I do have for the last 4 or 5 years. Life Changers on YouTube. Has no videos or nothing. But I digress. You can't procrastinate. That's what we're getting to next. But you just got to be happy with what you have. And as you progress, don't be like, oh, I wanted this, right? I wanted to be a millionaire by now, or I want to be a billionaire, because a millionaire is kind of like, oh, you're a millionaire. Cool. You can buy a house. That's it. Maybe fill up your car. It's like $1,000 a liter now. But, you just got to be happy, because I see from where I wanted to be to where I am. I used to be so stoked when I got one order every 3 months. And I was like, somebody ordered something. Now, if I get a bunch of orders, and I'm like, oh, so many orders, and these customers are just, oh. And I'm like, no, calm down. Relax, be happy. Because, once again, live now. If ever you think that, oh, I didn't achieve nothing, look back to what you wanted at the beginning to where you are now. And think about, if I go back to myself back then, how stoked he would be. And he'd think he reached the finish line. And for you, you think, oh, this is only the starting line. Because you keep on moving the line. As you progress, you move the line and you progress. And you're just focused on more in the future. I want this, I want. But the more you say, wah. It sounds like I'm just whining and crying. Wah. But you're just putting out there, I want. You're just putting out that you don't have enough. And you can look at it a different way. Look at it as you're the parent and you give your kid everything he wants. He's like, I want this, you give it to him. I want this, you give it to him. I want this, you give it to him. And he never seems to be happy. Are you going to keep giving him stuff? No. You can be like, dude, I give you everything you want. And he's still not happy. You always want the next thing. So same thing with the universe. It's going to be like, hey, I'm giving it to you. But you keep on complaining and whining. Shut up and just be happy. So from the bottom of my heart, we all just have to shut up, get over yourself, be happy, love everybody, just put out love in the world and live in the now. Don't miss out now on things because you're too like, oh, I'm not where I wanted to be in life. Mike, you told me I'm going to be successful if I did all this stuff. Yeah, but it works one day at a time, and every day's a battle. You got to live now. Be loving, be happy, joyful, and appreciate. Say it out loud. Be like, thank you very much for everything that I got. You could say it to the universe. You could say it to whoever you want. Just thank you for everything you've given me. Thank you for all this amazing time. And give yourself a hug and tell yourself you did an amazing time today. You worked hard today. And just live now. And although you might start doing all this stuff, procrastination is the big next item that you're going to go over. Trust me, we all procrastinate and go, hey, just one more minute on TikTok, please there, bud, Mike, okay? 3 hours later, oh, well, I guess I'm not going to fulfill that order in time because I've been on TikTok for 3 hours. So we're going to move on and talk about that, how we can't procrastinate because, I don't know, man. It just seems easier to be lazy and do nothing and be procrastinating. Oh, I'll get done eventually. I believe law of attraction, right? I put it out there. It's going to be done. Yeah. But when you get what you want and you don't take action, it's dead. It's as if you did nothing. So once again, sorry to leave you on a downer, but remember, be happy. Love everybody. Life is amazing. It's just amazing. The world is beautiful. There's so much going on in this world right now. That's amazing. You got to look for the good. Stop looking for the bad. Stop looking for the negative. Look for all the love and the happiness and the joy and things that make you happy and that you can hold on till we get to the next episode and I could uplift you again. Or we could uplift each other. But once again, thank you very much. This is Mike with Life Changers. Takes one day at a time. Hang in there.